So today we'll be comparing the differences between Standard Bank and Discovery. All right, without further ado, let's get into Standard Bank. And as usual, I will be sharing my screen. All right, so this is Standard Bank's website, and as usual, we'll be using our normal tiering system. We'll be having level 1, which is the budget saver option, level 2, the mid-tier range, level 3 is going to be the private tier. We have the gold credit card, which is going to be obviously the budget saver option, the titanium credit card, which is basically the standard or the mid-tier range, and the platinum credit card, which is going to be our most expensive credit card. The Royal Citizen credit card is a different tier, and it might fall into the private sector. I will include it in the private sector of this video, but without keeping things too long, let's get started on the lower budget, credit card, the gold credit card. All right, we want to know a little bit more about the card. So what do you really get with the card? I'm curious about if they offer the UCount rewards at this level, because that would make all the difference. Okay, some benefits are travel perks, priceless specials, booking.com, and treating yourself, which is nice. So with treating yourself comes in at 10% off when you spend 300 rands or more on Pro Gifts. Assuming that Pro Gifts is a shop for, spending on gifts, I don't know what it is. You get 10% up to 10% back in cash when you book on booking.com using this credit card. So 10% isn't a lot, but it is something when compared to the market value of our current economy. Priceless specials. You get priceless specials offered on dining, leisure, and more. Is it leisure or leisure? Comment down below. I would like to know the actual pronunciation of the word. Is it leisure or leisure? How do you say it? Next, we have the travel perks, which is the biggest thing we're ultimately looking for in a credit card. You get to enjoy flight discounts with Emirates for up to 20% and get automatic basic travel insurance. Quite nice so far. It looks promising. So here we see that there are technically 4 categories. I'm assuming you'll have to get a debit card with this to actually get the credit card. I don't know. They could be doing it differently, but most banks, when you have to get the credit card, you also have to get the debit card. But you can get the credit on its own pretty much, but I'll link that below in the description box. This is how much it costs. You get that 3% minimum repayment with automatic payment options and stuff. And obviously if you pay your account in full, you get those 55-day frees. That means if you're not owing, of course. And that's about it. We need to know those. The basic card features are all of these things. Tap and go, you can use the chip and pin. The stuff that we already know is offered. Oh, also, Standard Bank has more of a MasterCard approach. We've seen with the other banks that they specialize in Visa or the Amex or the American Express, but Standard Bank is particularly fond of MasterCard products, which I am thinking a lot of people are going to like that because MasterCard is as accessible as Visa is. One thing I did forget to mention in the previous video about the Amex credit cards is that, yes, you'll have all those benefits and perks, but most merchants don't use Amex. They use MasterCard or Visa, and usually they'll give you a card that is Amex branded and paired with a MasterCard. And so that's how they operate with NetBank. But when you're doing international travel, you'll find that most places do accept Amex in the US, but also in Europe, I suppose. Now let's get into what you get. So the travel benefits that come with this low income facility that Standard Bank offers, you get up to 20% off on Emirates flights when you book through Leisure Desk or Leisure Desk, however you pronounce it. I'm assuming that Leisure Desk is some sort of service. Duh. Anyway, you can access handpicked experiences and offers in cities around the world with Priceless Cities. Priceless Cities is probably a program. I don't know. I'm not with Standard Bank, so I don't know a lot about it, but I'm learning. You can get up to 10% cash back when you book on booking.com using a credit card. We've already seen that's the major selling point on this card. Is it going to be beneficial to you? I don't know. It's up to you. You also enjoy 10% off at all hard and soft shell luggage from GoPals. Again, another service that might be great if you know GoPals. GoPals. You also get 10% discount on car rental when you book through rentals or rentalcars.com. Budget car rental is up to 20% through Avis. You can enjoy up to 20% off on your flights anywhere in the world when you visit TravelStart and book with your credit card. TravelStart is a booking platform. You do obviously use their services, and when you pay with your credit card, you can get up to 20%. I think it depends again on your tier. You get 50% off on IHG hotels, which is like luxury hotels, and their resorts across Europe, Maldives, India, and the Middle East. And in Africa, of course, when you book with them on their website. Now, there are additional benefits to this card. For having it, you get that 15% off on wine, coffee, olive oils, and more when you purchase on the Wine of the Month Club. With this card, I'm noticing that most of the services that they offer are not the typical consumer services. These are more like add-on services or services that are, you're going to have to do some research on them because they're not the commonly used services, unlike, what Amex offers. Stuff that Amex offers, most people use. You can get access to food and lifestyle offers on the price list specials on the MEA app. Wow. I mean, there's quite a lot so far for the budget and mid-range tier to be having all these features. I'm actually intrigued. You can earn from 3 times more. How did I read that? Earn from 3 times more. I read that correctly. They wrote it like that. You can earn 3 times more of UCount rewards. I'm assuming that's what they mean. Every time you use your qualifying credit card, no matter where you shop. Interesting. No matter where you shop? Really? I'm assuming you can convert your UCount points. I don't know. You can enjoy 2 months of Lingo Kids for free for new users and thereafter get 30% off your monthly subscription for new and existing customers. If you use Lingo Kids, that's a great perk and a valid reason for getting the card, it looks. I don't know how expensive Lingo Kids is or how cheap it is, but this is very important that you do your research. I always have to mention that this, of course, all of this does not constitute financial advice, and you obviously have to do your own research. Banks will usually provide a financial advisor for you, so go through that portal and ask for their financial advice. Everything that we do in this video is purely for entertainment reasons or educational reasons or just a buddy talking to a buddy. I also have to reinforce or reiterate that I'm not sponsored by any of these banks or am not affiliated with them and don't want to get in trouble for that. Okay, so you can enjoy 25% of your discount on a fit subscription payment with your credit card. Sounds like a fitness thing. Again, you'll have to do your research for this club, whatever it is. Okay, so you can unlock your potential with the UniCAF. It is a scholarship program, which is good for students, I suppose. All right, so you get 75% off your program tuition fees when you use your credit card after they admit you into the program. That's interesting. If that is appealing to you, take a look at it. This is empowering young students who are looking for scholarships and bursaries. So get your MasterCard Gamer Pass to participate in one of your biggest online gaming communities at GoGamers. Again, a service that's not very famous, but you will have to do your research. And I will add a point to these non-typical services that they offer, is that if there isn't a lot of people that know about them, you have a higher chance of getting the best service, because the fundamental principle is they're just not going to be dealing with a lot of customers. Anyway, you get up to 10% discount on surgeries and procedures when you pay with your eligible MasterCard for medical tourism concierge. That's worth looking into. I would definitely start there. 10% can make all the difference. And finally, if I'm not mistaken, this is their final perks. You get 40% off on your monthly Sweat 1000 app subscription. Get 40% off when you book 6 or more laser hair removal sessions at Deluxe Laser Spa. You get 50% off your first YouCook meal kit order at 30% off on your next order. You get a 30% discount on any skincare order from Skoon. 20% off online as a first-time Faithful Nature customer. 10% off your online purchases from Sports SA. And you also get automatic travel insurance with basic perks, obviously. And you can add a credit card protection plan. So far, I'm won over by the fact that there's a lot of perks, like a crazy amount of it, honestly. And for what you're getting, you're only paying a 63 rands monthly fee, and you also get the credit facility. This is a very helpful credit card, especially if you're a person who has all of these daily needs or extra perks. This is really great. I'm not sure if the UCount rewards get you purchases additionally, but this seems great for the price that you're paying. I would definitely go for this. This is a personalized thing. So they say the interest rates are personalized, ranging from a minimum of 11.75, which is prime minus 0.25, to a maximum of 22%, also repo rate plus 14%. Okay, So we can see those are the ranges of the credit card. I'm assuming it's anything around 11.55% to around 36% max. That's how much interest they can actually charge you. So do be aware of such things. All right, you can increase your card limit, use the budget facility. It's a normal credit card, and you also earn UCount rewards on this. But yeah, I hope that clarified the first perk that comes in with the card. All of the perks are amazing. So far, I'm impressed. I will mention one drawback, which I think might be a problem, is that most of these services that are available or listed here are, again, non-typical or non-traditional services and could be smaller or more local, and so you don't get as much of a global access. And because of this, you might find that most of these services, they're not very convenient to the area that you live in, so you're not able to access them all the time. So it's worth considering that you might have all these perks, but you might not have immediate access to all of them. And some of these perks, you might have no benefits to them until you spend a certain threshold. Some of them, you might obviously have to have a certain tier that you have in order to qualify to use them. So it's very important for you to note of those little tiny things. All right, I think that was it for the Budget Saver tier. And now we're gonna get into the Titanium credit card, which I'm actually quite familiar with. Never used it, I just know a little bit more about it. Live a trendy lifestyle with our Titanium card and get access to exclusive benefits for an affordable monthly fee. The Titanium credit card is going to be 89 rands a month, which is slightly cheaper for a mid-tier credit card. And you're going to need that minimum of 25,000 rands a month, like any other mid-tier credit card. They'll offer you the same credit limit of a maximum of 250,000 rands. But again, that could depend. They could personalize it for you and you could get more from the credit card. Or if you have a postgraduate degree, you also qualify for this, I believe, even if you earn less than 25,000 rands. All right. Let's check out the perks. You still get that 10% off cashback when you're using the platform Booking.com. You get the basic travel insurance cover. You can treat yourself with the 10% off when you spend at least 300 rands or more on Pro Gifts. They also have flight discounts with Emirates for up to 20% and car rentals with Avis for up to 15%. Very important to pay attention to. Now, they will have that 20% off on Emirates flights when you book through Leisure Desk, 20% off your next international car rental when you book with Avis. That could be very useful. 20% is quite a lot. And yeah, access handpicked experiences and offers in cities around the world with priceless cities. That is, again, a program, not very well known, which could be beneficial for you or not. Could be a disadvantage. You might not have immediate access to the service. That's a disadvantage. You could get 10% cashback when you're booking with that, obviously, Booking.com, which we do use. It's a popular service. You can get a 15% discount on IHG hotels and resorts across all of these continents. You can enjoy up to 20% off on your flight prices anywhere in the world when you book with their Travelstart using the credit card, the Titanium credit card. You can enjoy 10% off on all your hard and soft shell luggage from GoPals. 10% back on car rental when you book through Rental Cars and Budget International. Could be useful when you travel a lot. 6 complimentary visits at their Bidvest Premier Lounge with your Titanium credit card. But yeah, you get those 6 complimentary visits, which is now starting to step up away from the Gold credit card. It's starting to show itself as a travel card. You also get 6 complimentary visits for you and your guest at the Standard Bank Fluent Lounge, located at Lanseria Airport with your Titanium credit card. So Lanseria Airport, if you're not familiar with it, it's an independent airport, independent from OR Tambo, which is an international airport. This is a smaller airport, but it can take you to different sorts of locations. With their travel benefits, you get that 20% off, as we discussed, off Emirates flights. Probably there's a cap, you're going to have to look into it. Enjoy 20% off on the car rental at Avis, as we've seen. I'm going to turn off the camera from here on out until we do the third credit card, because I'm seeing that we're running out of storage space. Right, so we're obviously continuing with the Titanium credit card. All right, so you get all of the same perks that you did get in the Gold credit card, plus extra complimentary visits. Basically, it's the same thing, just with extra Bidvest Premier Domestic Lounge access, but pretty much the same thing. Otherwise, you also get the lifestyle benefits, which is exclusive to Standard Bank customers, I believe. 15% off on your purchases when you purchase online on the Wine of the Month Club. You get 3 times more UCount rewards points every time you use your qualifying credit card, no matter where you shop. Here's an added lifestyle benefit. You can shop at over 100,000 US retailers and enjoy shipping discounts with myus.com, which is actually a well-known retailer there. You can enjoy 25% discounts on your first Fit subscription payment. I think you get 5% additional compared with the Gold card. We can go ahead and check that out. Oh, it's the same benefit. So you get the same benefit from the Gold card that you do get from the Titanium card. All right. Basically, you get the same of everything that you get in the other card. Everything, it's exactly the same, including these. All of these are all the same as the previous Gold credit card. The travel insurance, that is automatic and basic. They don't tell you how much. I think you have to click in there to actually know how much that is of travel insurance. We could go ahead and do that. Alright, so they do not mention it. They do not mention how much you get from the travel insurance, but I'm pretty sure if you ask about that, they'll tell you everything you need to know. And finally, we get into the private section, or the third tier. We're going to be comparing 2 products here. This is going to be the Platinum credit card and the World Citizen credit card, which I'm assuming one is stronger on travel perks. But let's get into the Platinum credit card. You experience world-class private banking and get exclusive benefits with your Platinum credit card. You pay only 108 a month, and you need that qualifying income of 58,000 rands. Like I said, this could either be in assets, your holdings, your investments, your savings, and even for businesses if you do have a business that is signed under your name. But they'll explain all of that to you when you apply for the credit card. You get that minimum 250 credit limit, but it's personalized, so it means you could get more, you could get less, depending on who you are as a person. All right. You will still get the same perks as you do on the other cards. I'm just going to be spotting the differences here. You will help me find those if I miss them. They do mention you get 15% off on Wine of the Month Club online purchases. You can get the Pro Gift benefit, the Booking.com benefit, and obviously we looked at the travel benefit. Right. So what you do get, sorry about that, what you do get is 20% off on your Emirates flights when you use the Leisure Desk, which is the same as the previous cards. For a private banking or private client service, I'm expecting a little bit more, but let's see what you get. 20% off your international car rental from Avis. Booking.com, GoPals. Now you do get a 12 visits a year to Bidvest lounges. I don't know what they mean by that. Is it local lounges? Is it complimentary? What do they mean? Lifestyle benefits, you get 15% off that Wine of the Month. That is a benefit that also stands out that we didn't have on the previous card. Same with the Farfetch thing. And I'm seeing the always on Wi-Fi as well as one of those perks that wasn't in the previous card. The Bicester collection for 9 shopping centers. The MyUS, I believe. And the 12 complimentary visits per year. Not sure what the terms are. Can you bring a guest? Is it free or is it just preferential rates? You'll have to make sure to be aware of that. You get a coverage in case you're robbed or forced by threat to withdraw cash from an ATM with the ATM robbery insurance. Not sure how that works, but it's an interesting perk to look into. You can get purchase protection and swipe your credit card with confidence. So you see the other cards didn't have the purchase protection. And overall, that's about it. That's all you get. And I'm assuming you also get UCount rewards from using the card. And you have a better chance at utilizing the UCount rewards. These are the UCount reward partners, and everything else is the same. Everything else is exactly the same. So let's jump straight into it because that's also a private banking product. So with this one, you pay double the price of what you pay from this one. But do you get more? Let's see. I'm hoping that since it says it's a World Citizen credit card, it is a travel credit card. Can it beat the Amex? I don't know. we'll have to find out. You pay less. Oh, so that's not particularly a credit card meant to rival their private banking credit card. It's a separate product because you are paying less. So I guess it is just a run between the gold credit card, the titanium credit card, and the platinum credit card. All of those are their products. But the World Citizen credit card is a separate product, similar to the Diners Club Platinum, the Diners Club Sharia charge card. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Diners Club Beyond credit card, Blue credit card, and yeah, those are all the additional facilities, I guess. It won't hurt to peek at the World Citizen credit card, which I'm guessing is their travel credit card. Let's take a peek into it. We're going to be looking at anything that stands out. You get concierge assistance. What else stands out? So, pretty much the same, but now you get 35% off your international car rental and chauffeur service when you book with Avis. And you get 35%, and additionally, you get 15% off on Hertz, which is a separate company. So that is pretty significantly big. It's basically everything you get from their private banking product. You get access to Global Blue VIP services for tax-free shopping with MasterCard. This benefit is applied. Hopefully, you're going to be getting that much points, which could be quite a lot if you have the highest tier, that is. But if not, the basic tier doesn't give you much. I'm not going to lie to you. And there are caps and different percentages that you get for every spend. So you do need to do your own research and see how that applies. So that's going to be it from the Standard Bank credit card line. Those are all of the products that they offer. There's obviously quite a lot more. The Diners Club is going to be food-based, and this is going to be the Blue credit card. I'm assuming is going to be just a straight budget facility, equivalent to the FlexiCore of ABSA. But yeah, the basic cards that we were looking at are going to be the gold and the budget saver option, the titanium, the mid-tier, and the platinum, which is their private banking. And my thoughts on these are pretty much going to be the same as they were on ABSA, only here there are more rewards that they offer. So I guess I should have maybe gave all the banks a rating on in terms of what product they offer, how much quality for the products that they offer, and what you're getting back. Maybe I might make that in a separate video. I don't know. You're just gonna have to let me know through the comments. But other than that, yeah, that's it from the Standard Bank section. As you know, we're time constrained. The weather here is boost. That was it from the Standard Bank. Now we're going to be doing a bank that is different from all the other banks, mainly because it's not a traditional bank. I just wanted to add it into the mix because it's one of the banks that I have personal experience with, and I therefore think I could sort of help you navigate through this a lot quicker. So we're just going to clump it in there. So this bank is obviously going to be the Discovery Bank. Discovery Bank is sort of neobank, or they call themselves a shared value system or a shared value bank, in the sense that it's a bank that obviously traditionally takes money from you, but gives you value back, is what they say, or claim, or whatever. We mentioned ABSA, FNB, Standard Bank, and Nedbank. And those banks are traditional banks which we've had in South Africa for years. With Discovery, it's a different thing because they started out as an insurance provider, and then they moved on to like financial service provider. I don't know when, but I think around, they have about 5 years now. They have like 1 million customers or something, but it's gaining popularity quite significantly and very fast too. It's one of those banks that seem expensive when you look at them, and they are. I understand why people would call Discovery an expensive bank, but for the things that you do get back, if you're looking for additional products or add-ons, this would be, I would say, the best bank for you. And I'm not out here advocating the services and stuff like that. I'm just pointing out what they offer. And in terms of what they offer is that shared value service. I'll show in a second what I mean by that. Obviously, they have this, which is going to be the budget saver. This is going to be the mid-tier, and this is going to obviously be their private section. So with Discovery, it doesn't have actual physical branches, though they are, but they're not typically used for banking. It's more like when you actually have to come into the center. But I've never been to the center, and I've been with Discovery for about 2 months now at the time of making this video. And so far, the things that I do know, hopefully I will share and make a separate video about this banking system if you are interested, which is quite a lot. There's a lot of things here, but I'm just going to be touching on the base level things that the cards offer. Without further ado, let's get into the first product, which is going to be their Discovery Gold Bank Card. This is obviously the credit card and does not include the suite or the debit or transactional cards. Now, you will notice with Discovery products that all of the cards are Visa branded, and that just means it's good for travel. Usually when a card is Visa branded, it's the best for travel. So this one, like I said, is slightly more expensive, starting off with 100,000 rands to 350,000 rands a year, which is roughly starting off at 8,000 rands, if I'm not mistaken, and you will be paying 100 rand a month with the card. And shortly you'll see why you're paying slightly a significant amount. It's not necessarily because of just the banking fees, it's what you get from the card. Okay, so they have a bunch of information. We're not going to read through all of that. So this is the basic tier card. Yeah, a level 1. This is going to the gold account card, which is still a credit card. Okay, so with the card, you're getting the account. Okay, what do you get? Get the account that rewards you for getting financially fit. Okay, so they say Discovery Bank rewards clients with Discovery Miles for getting healthier, driving well, and spending responsibly. Discovery Miles is Discovery's rewards current that's more versatile and more valuable than cash, with more ways to earn and spend than ever before. So this, you get 40%, up to 40% back. That up to is very important. Up to 40% back at Checkers or Woolworths. It's not both, it's either or situations. You could switch between the partners. You could either go with Checkers or you could either go with Woolworths, but not both of them at the same time. However, you usually get 10% off when you use the other partner. Say, for example, you choose Checkers, you do get 10% at Woolworths when you decide to shop at them. So you also get up to 10% back on fuel purchases at BP and Shell, but you also get 10% off on the Uber service. For using your credit card, you do get that, which is splendid in this day and age. You get up to 2.5% back on integrated Discovery Life Plan premiums. I'm not sure how that works yet. If I'm not mistaken, the life insurance that they offer, medical aid, you do get that discount. But yeah, so you'll find here that the more valuable thing about this credit card is going to be their Discovery Miles. A lot like FNB e-bucks. I think they were once the same thing, but then they separated. So Discovery Miles are a lot more valuable. I guess you could say the same for UCount Rewards. E-bucks are very much like that. You also get the Nedbank greenbacks, but they're less valuable. But I'll show you what I mean. But by far, out of all the reward systems, I would say Discovery has the best one. So earn thousands of Discovery Miles every week on the new personalized scheme board with Vitality Active Rewards. So Discovery is expensive in the sense that I don't mean that when you're using the 100 Rand per month service, you're only paying for that. Usually there'll be add-ons with this, but that is optional, completely optional. You don't necessarily get that 40%. You do get a base rate that's around 15% if I'm not mistaken. But if you get the health product, so basically you'll have to be getting 2 additional things on top of this credit card. So you're paying 100 Rands for this card, right? To have this card and to earn Discovery Miles using it. On top of that, you have to be paying for the Vitality program to get that full percent, that up to 40%. That's the additional, that's where the additional percentage comes from. And to have that, you'll have to have a health product. Their Vitality program is the major thing that you add on to the card. And that's what I did. But I'll talk about that later in a separate video, hopefully. Yeah, this will all be explained in the other video, like I said. We're just going to be looking at why I think Discovery Miles are more valuable when you're using this credit card. So on top of all of your cashback earned in the form of Discovery Miles, you also get discounts on those Discovery Miles. So it makes them far more valuable for what you get. So that means if you're using your Discovery Miles to shop at any one of these partners, Sportsman's Warehouse, The Pro Shop, Total Sports, Yuppie Chief, Babies R Us, Cape Union Mart, Discam, Clicks, Choreographed, HP Store, iStore, all of these brand partners. If you spend there, usually you'll get that 5% back in the form of Discovery Miles. When you're using them at that shop, Discovery's D-Day is on the 15th, you get double your discount. So instead of getting 5% back, you get 10% back. Let's say, for example, we're going to Discam. You spend 500 Rands at Discam. Maybe you get 5% back, right? And that's 25 Rands. Now, when you're spending that 25 Rands, it'll be 250 Discovery Miles. When you're spending that amount, it has to be a partner that accepts Discovery Miles. You're getting 1 Rand and 25 cents off, right? It's an example. And on D-Day, this 25 Rand, meaning if you use your Discovery Miles on the 15th, you're going to get that 10% off base rate on your Discovery Miles. So not even using your own cash, you're using these miles to shop at that store. So it means instead of shopping for 25 Rand, you're going to be shopping for doing the calculation here, 22 rands. So whatever you're buying that's worth 25 rand, when you use your Discovery Miles, you're going to be spending 22.50 cents. So instead of paying the full price. So that's how it works. Now, if you get Vitality Health, usually it's paired with the Vitality program. Most people have either the medical aid or the life insurance with Discovery, and if you have either of those, you're going to get that additional 5%. And it needs to be a specific product, if I'm not mistaken. So you need to either have medical aid or a higher qualifying insurance premium, like you need to be over 500 or 350. You need to be paying 350 or 500. I'm not sure about that, but yes, something along those lines. You do get that additional 5%, and on D-Day, that's going to be 20%, right? And if you do get car insurance with them, that's going to be a 5% addition. So you're going to be getting 5 plus 5 plus 5, and that's going to be a 15% discount overall. It doesn't change. It's like that. If you spend your miles, you're going to get 15% off your miles. If you spend your miles on the 15th, you're going to get 30% back. And if you get the product, which is a suite, the product that comes as a suite, that's going to be your 15% plus an additional 5% for having the suite. The maximum discount you can get from using your Discovery Miles is 40% on D-Day and 20% on any other normal day. So I hope that makes sense. That's how essentially the bank is toppling the others in terms of rewards and systems. The add-on here that goes with Vitality Health, very vital, is the Vitality program, which comes in with the Vitality Health. So you're not only going to be paying for having the card, so you're going to be having that 100 rands that you're paying for, plus the Vitality Health product, which could be the life insurance or medical aid with Discovery, which will be significantly more. And you're also going to be paying for the Vitality premium or the add-on Vitality program. And that's going to give you that 10%. Let's say that's what you're working with, basically. But if we don't include the other two products, you're just going to be working with the Discovery Vitality money, that 5% base rate, and 10% on D-Day. That's about it. So you get 10% off on the 15th when you use your Discovery Miles at their rewards partners, which are these stores, which we typically use the most, right? Pick and Pay, you still get that. Take a Lot, the Pro Shop, Total Sports, like I said. And you can convert the miles into cash. So for the price you're paying for, you're getting something back. So with the basic credit card, remember this is still the basic credit card, the normal tier. So this is going to be a 2% interest on your everyday positive balance. If you're leaving out money in your account, as you will normally, you get 2% interest added onto it, which is great. And you get that dynamic 6.75 interest rates on demand savings account, which when you're opening your bank account, they give you that up to. Remember, it starts off, I think, at a base rate of 5% when you're investing with a demand savings account. But yeah, whatever. So you also get up to 5% less interest on your borrowing rate. So when you're applying for the credit card, they minus that 5% based on other things, but you're going to have to do some research on that. Okay, still basic level. You're also getting that Apple Watch perk. You can find out more if you click there. Again, we'll be doing a full comprehensive list on the Discovery product. It's quite a lot. There's a lot of things here. And yeah, and now you can get up to 40% discount on 6 one-way trips on local flights. Now, what I'm stumped about here is I don't know if that's a once a year thing or just a once-off perk that you get from just owning the card. Yeah, I'm not clear. But yeah, the local flights, you get up to 40%, but I think you start off at a 10% base rate, and you only activate the full perk if you have the Discovery Health. So the Discovery Health is very important. So that's either having a life insurance product with them or medical aid product with them. I'm sorry about that. You'll have to pay for the Vitality program to get some of these other benefits. So yeah, it's not just $100. You also get up to 35% on international flights, 10 to 35% on 2 return regional or international bookings with these partners. So that's Qantas, Emirates, British Airways, and South African Airways, of course. You get car hire discounts of up to 25%, and that starts off at a base rate of 10%. You can also get your 15% discount on your holiday or cruise. Personally, I haven't unlocked any of these perks because I don't have a credit card, but I may explain my setup one day to you on how I have my Discovery product set up. So yeah, you do get all of that with these partners. It works on this rating system. Again, we'll get into it on a separate video. You can add and open a Forex account with them as well. It's a little expensive, I'm not gonna lie with this one, but I don't have enough information on this, so I'm gonna skip it. So these are other things which I don't think are per se perks or benefits, or well, they're benefits, but they're not perks for owning the card. These are things that just come with the bank, and the bank can pretty much do anything any other traditional bank can do. And yeah, that's about it. There's a fee structure here, which again we'll get into in a later video. We're just going to be getting into the mid-tier. So as you can see, Discovery miles are what make this product particularly appealing for getting this credit card. And yeah, it's not going to be cheap investment, I would say, because you do have to add on that health benefits. So you need to have that vitality money and a health. So if you pair those two, this credit card will ultimately be valuable, even at the base rate that it is. If you just get it as it is, as you have seen, you'll have all those perks back. But yeah, that's about it from the gold card, which is our budget saver account. Now the next one is going to be the platinum card. So you do need 155 Rand per month and have a qualifying income of 350,000 Rands or 850,000 Rands a year. And of course, that doesn't just mean salary or income. You can have assets about this. You can approach it from an investment point of perspective, but you'll obviously have to provide proof. However, yeah, that's about it. So this is their mid-tier level card, and it's slightly more expensive than any product we've seen, but of course, this is because of the add-on of the Discovery Miles program, so that it comes into this fee. I can show you the breakdown. I should have done that with the other card, but yes, they do have a breakdown of how much you're actually paying for the card and how much their program is. They just add it on the card. Okay, so you get up to 50% back at either Checkers or Woolworths, 50% back at Discount, Clicks, Babies R Us, Toys R Us, Baby City, and 15% now from that 10% of Uber and BP and Shell, and up to 3.5% of life plan premiums. Now you do get that Discovery Miles spent, so 1 Rand back, which is equivalent of 10 Discovery Miles. Again, this is more of a later sort of scenario. Same thing I've already explained. You get those perks activated the same way, nothing changed. Here you do get a positive return of 2% like you do in the other card. But here you get 6.75 on your demand savings account. I think it's the same with the other card as well. You get 5% less on your interest, on your borrowing rate interest. And that is up to, and not what you get immediately. This depends, all of this mostly depends on your vitality money status, which comes in the form of colors. I will get into it in the other video, I promise. I'm sure you're tired of hearing that, but yeah. You do get 50% off, which is significantly more from the other card, on local flights, 35% on international flights, and there is a limit on 2 return on regional and international bookings, and here you get 6 one-way local flights, which is basically like 3 return flights. But always use it as a one-way thing, otherwise you don't activate your discount, and you have to book at it before a certain time to activate the benefit, so do be mindful of that. 25% and 15% remain the same, and you can activate this if you want, Forex account for when you're traveling abroad. And basically, yeah, I'll show you the fee breakdown quickly. The account fee that you're paying for is 155, and your actual account or credit facility that you get is 70 Rands, but the Vitality Money Premium product, which gives you Discovery Miles, is 40 Rand. And so yeah, that's how the 155 comes about. The credit facility fee is also another thing that you have to keep in mind if you're like doing your additions here. This is just for owning the credit card. So technically the credit card is 70 plus 45. So you do the math there. I think it's around 115, but that's how much this product is. But they add on the Vitality Premium product, so you do need to be mindful of that. Alright, that's about it for the mid-tier product, and we're just going to quickly jump straight to the black card, which I'm hoping we see a significant change from the gold card and now to the black card. This is going to be 235 Rands a month to own the card, and you need a minimum of 850 and a maximum of 2.5 million a year. So this is more of a private banking product, and you get all the perks that you do from the other credit cards. However, it will have a travel-based approach to it because it supports traveling. The travel credit cards are usually private banking cards. Alright, so let's get into it. 50% off on any of these partners, 50%, 15, and up to 5. We've already seen that. And all of these, okay? Alright, same thing, same partners. And now, it's all the same. there's no changes. No changes. You can still get that Apple Watch. I think you have a better chance of getting the Apple Watch when you have this card. And now you get up to 60% off on local flights, still six one-way local flights. And you also get that 50% on your international travel. Again, only to return international bookings, okay? And then thereafter, you're only getting 10% base rate. Again, I don't know if that's a yearly thing, that 60% goes up every year. You can activate that benefit every year, or it's just a once-off when you get the credit card. I'm not sure about that. You get up to 25% on your stays with Sun International, which we probably use more, and Protea Hotels. 15% on your dream destination stuff. Now, the difference here is that you get access to the lounge. Their lounge, partnership between Discovery Bank and the OR Tambo, Cape Town, King Shaka International Airport. You get up to 12 domestic departure and 4 international departure visits a year for you and your guests. You'll also receive 6 visits a year to access over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide with Lounge Key. Lounge Key is an app. You also get faster security clearance with their Discovery Bank Priority Fast Track at OR Tambo and Cape Town international departures, and spend even more time enjoying the lounge. That's how they say it. So yeah, that's the only exception here, more discount, and you do get access to the lounge as well as the fast tracking service. Okay, that's about it from Discovery. I will make a video that details the Discovery ecosystem, specifically in banking, because the health is another thing and the drive is another thing. But I will make a video, I promise. I don't know when, but I will try to make time to make this video. But so far, I do trust and hope that you enjoyed this video. I took out some of my time swiftly and quickly browsing through what's available in the South African market to try and make it as comprehensive and as easy as possible. And if you're obviously just mindful of the products that are available, then you can make better choices. The main goal for this is for you to just see what's out there. Hopefully, I've sort of like given you a direction or a nudge on how to do that. I do hope it was entertaining enough to gain some insight into which products are best for you. And as you read through these things, they will give you some ideas on what type of differences these products have. Other than that, I guess that's it from me. And I hope that I will be seeing you in the next video, which will be more insightful and more informative. And we will keep these up to date. I'll make more personal finance videos and then maybe delve back into economics. I'll see how this kind of works, but I'm so excited to be making all of these videos with you guys. This is only the start, and I hope you stay for more. That has been it from me. I hope to be seeing you again in the next video. Bye.